To match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try to sweep with Elliott, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the...
The tackle made by Michael Pierce. The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Check. Man left. 3 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now Prescott. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 4-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 24. Jackson from the shotgun. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He uncorks it for Snead, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, forced out to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And an alley to run. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards. Jackson now being chased, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and we'll have our EA Sports halftime report. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19. First down throw for Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Ready. Back 55. Watch the screen.
Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
You got nothing to work. You got nothing. Watch safety quick.
Now Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jones hit and the ball's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
At their own 49-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 31 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Prescott now escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Collins able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Jackson buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded at the goal line. 3, make Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free and made a big play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Back now in Arlington. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott has got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, go 2-2.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
Single 47.
On second down, Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Prescott to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime? It ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Jackson being chased out left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield. So
the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Well, look to throw, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Well, we edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet of what he knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard. Line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's got room. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a jet touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is right.
And Darnold, he lost the football. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And an alley to run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. but it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the 36, Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Trubisky. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch out.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now it's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcome, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Out right here to Herndon. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. This is Gabriel out on the left side. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Trubisky, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, that forced the incompletion.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it?
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team born like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my number's going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a time.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 63 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
44.
First carry for James Conner, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate it. No matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Choke out!
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Connor, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we asked them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Olivier Vernon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Good. 180. Point it right. Watch out.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
First down, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing, Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Regular. Pistol.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
77.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And some space here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 32 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Mayfield. Flush, and he's going to go down again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, let's go. 55's my guy, 55. Kings. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Connor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 36, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Check three. Quarter. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Five.
Now Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost it. And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He got it stripped. You can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Mayfield now, and that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Hey, box drop.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield, flushed out right. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And some room to work. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Check 3.
61, matchbox lights.
Again, it's Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here, and for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 40 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Set, 180. Pistol. Hey, alert.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Mark Barron gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line.
The ball comes out, and this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Switzer on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here. For his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Hut!
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds McKinnon, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Facing
here we go,
a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the... Now Garoppolo lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might...
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom, and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I turn the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They Ella tomatoes, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savings, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. I see
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up. To the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. The give is to Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Open here is Allison. That's complete. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. To throw is Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And
this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is fielded at the 7. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who?
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? They'll go with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On first down, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott, buying time to his left. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Forced out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10. And the Cowboys As pressure gets there this time for the sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. From the 40 now on second down. Prescott.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, Elliott. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Here we go, 46.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a victim.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dean Lowry providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Intended that time for Cooper. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. The offense. They've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.